Hi everyone, and welcome to today's video. Death is something we all must face one day, but it remains one of life's greatest mysteries. While the physical processes of dying are well understood, there's another layer of the experience that is less talked about. What happens on an emotional, spiritual, and even perceptual level as life begins to fade. As people near the end of their journey, they often undergo profound changes, and many report strange and sometimes deeply comforting experiences that shed light on what might happen in our final moments. In this video, we'll explore some of these signs and sensations that may appear as death draws near. From a sudden sense of peace to feeling an unexpected disconnection from the world, these experiences can help us understand the nature of the transition from life to death. Whether it's feeling lighter and slipping away from the body, sensing the presence of loved ones who have passed, or experiencing sudden insights into one's life and choices, the body and mind undergo a significant shift as death approaches. We'll also discuss the more physical signs, like extreme fatigue or weakness, that often accompany the end of life. But beyond the physical, there are deeply spiritual and emotional elements that many people go through, often offering comfort, clarity, and even closure as they prepare for the final journey. This topic can be hard to approach, and it's something that may feel uncomfortable to think about. However, understanding these experiences can help us find peace and acceptance around death, as well as allow us to support those going through this process with more empathy and care. So, join me as we dive into the signs that people often experience when death is near. And let's explore how these signs might help us understand the deeper aspects of life, death, and the transition that awaits us all. Whether you're curious about what to expect for yourself or someone you love, this video will offer valuable insight into one of life's greatest mysteries. Let's begin. Sign 1 that you are near to death: extreme fatigue and weakness. As death approaches, one of the most noticeable signs is extreme fatigue and weakness. This intense physical exhaustion is far beyond the normal tiredness we experience day to day. The body begins to shut down, and energy is conserved for only the most vital functions, such as the heart beating and breathing. Everyday activities that were once routine become extraordinarily difficult. Even the simplest actions, like moving a limb, sitting up, or speaking, become overwhelming. The person may struggle to stay awake for long periods, spending most of the time in a deep sleep or semi-conscious state. This weakness is a direct result of the body's systems slowing down. As organs begin to lose their ability to function, the body no longer requires the energy it once did to maintain normal activity. This physical decline is often accompanied by a noticeable decrease in appetite and thirst. The individual may refuse food and water, or show little interest in eating or drinking, as the body no longer needs nourishment. This is not due to a lack of desire, but a natural process of the body preparing itself for death. The skin often becomes pale and cool to the touch as blood circulation diminishes, and the extremities may become cold as blood is redirected to vital organs. Pulse and blood pressure may drop, and breathing can become shallow and irregular. These changes can be alarming for family and friends, but they are a natural part of the dying process. At the same time, the person's physical strength continues to decline, leaving them completely reliant on others for care and comfort. They may find it difficult to communicate or even respond to loved ones, adding to the sense of helplessness felt by those around them. In this state, it's common for individuals to experience periods of unconsciousness, where they may drift in and out of awareness. Some may have moments of clarity, where they are able to speak or recognize those near them, but these moments become shorter and less frequent. The inability to perform basic functions, combined with the mental fog that accompanies it, creates a feeling of being disconnected from the world around them. This extreme fatigue is often the result of the body's organs and systems gradually shutting down. For example, the kidneys may no longer filter waste effectively, and the digestive system may cease to function, leading to bloating or discomfort. The body, however, no longer seeks relief, and the discomfort becomes a quiet part of the process. It's as if the individual's body knows it is nearing its final moments and begins to slow everything down in preparation for the end. Emotionally, the individual may also begin to withdraw, as they no longer have the strength to engage in conversations or express themselves. In some cases, the person may enter a state of spiritual reflection or acceptance. focusing inward and preparing for the afterlife. Loved ones may notice that the person becomes less engaged with their surroundings, focusing less on the people or things around them, and more on their internal thoughts or emotions. The person may also experience a sense of relief from their physical struggles. The weakness can sometimes bring a peaceful surrender to the natural course of things, where the person accepts that their journey is coming to an end. Family members or caregivers may witness this surrender, and it can serve as a reminder that the individual is ready for the transition, even if they can no longer communicate this directly. This decline in strength is part of the body's natural process of letting go, and while it can be heartbreaking for loved ones to witness, it also reflects the body's preparation for the final journey. At this stage, providing comfort and ensuring the person feels at peace can be the most important role for those surrounding them, as the individual's energy continues to fade away. The final moments are often marked by a deep sense of calm, as the body gives way to the inevitable conclusion of life. Sign 2. Unexplainable calmness or peace. As death approaches, many individuals report experiencing a profound sense of calmness and inner peace that seems to defy explanation. This is not merely a fleeting moment of comfort, but a deep and sustained feeling that gradually settles over the person as they near the end of their life. This sense of peace can be surprising, especially for those who may have previously been anxious or fearful about death. It's as if a weight has been lifted from their shoulders, and they are no longer burdened by the concerns of the physical world. This calming effect is often accompanied by a noticeable shift in the person's demeanor. They may become quieter, more reflective, and less concerned with their surroundings. Activities that once mattered deeply to them may suddenly seem irrelevant, and they may withdraw from social interactions, focusing instead on their inner thoughts or spiritual feelings. There is a marked decrease in restlessness, and the person may seem remarkably serene, even if their physical condition has significantly deteriorated. This calmness can extend beyond emotions and affect the person's entire being. The individual may experience a sense of detachment from their body and their surroundings, feeling as though they are slowly letting go of the physical world. They might describe feeling lighter, as if their spirit is beginning to separate from their physical form. This detachment often brings a sense of relief, as the individual no longer feels tethered to their pain or discomfort. For some, this peace is accompanied by spiritual experiences. The person may speak about feeling the presence of deceased loved ones, angels, or even a divine presence, guiding them toward the afterlife. These experiences are often described as comforting, as though they are being reassured that they are not alone in their final moments. They may feel that the transition from this world to the next is a natural and safe journey, and they express little fear about what lies ahead. Loved ones observing this calmness may find it both soothing and unsettling. While they may feel relief knowing the person is at peace, it can also be difficult to witness someone they love withdrawing from the world. It's important for family members and friends to recognize that this calmness is often a sign of the person's readiness to pass on, and that it may be part of their spiritual preparation. In some cases, the person may experience a sudden clarity of mind or an increase in their ability to express themselves. They might give final messages or say things that offer comfort to their family members, leaving a sense of closure. This clarity, however, is often short-lived, and the individual may return to their peaceful, withdrawn state. Physically, the calmness can manifest as a decrease in anxiety-driven movements, like fidgeting or restlessness. Their breathing may slow, becoming more rhythmic and steady. Their facial expressions can soften, and any signs of distress or agitation they had earlier experienced may fade. It's as if their body and mind are synchronizing, preparing for the inevitable with a sense of acceptance. This sense of peace is not necessarily something that can be explained by science, but many people who have witnessed it or experienced it firsthand describe it as the final phase of a person's journey in this world. It can offer comfort to family and friends, providing a sense that their loved one is not suffering, but instead is moving peacefully toward the next stage of existence. For the individual, the calmness can be seen as a final gift, an inner peace that helps them embrace death with acceptance rather than fear. It is a moment where the spirit can finally release its hold on the earthly body ready to transition to the next phase of existence, leaving behind the struggles of life with a quiet serenity. Sign 3. Changes in perception. As death nears, many individuals experience profound changes in their perception, often described as an altered awareness of their surroundings and an increased sensitivity to the unseen. These changes can manifest in a variety of ways, from seeing or hearing things that others cannot perceive, to feeling a stronger connection to the spiritual realm. For some, these perceptions provide comfort and reassurance, as though they are being prepared for the next stage of existence. Others may describe feeling as though they are transitioning between two worlds, straddling the line between the physical world and the afterlife. One common experience is seeing deceased loved ones who appear to be present at the moment, offering a sense of peace and comfort. Some people may speak of being visited by friends or family members who have already passed away, or even by angels, as though these figures are coming to guide them through the transition. These visions are often vivid and incredibly real to the person, even if they cannot be seen or heard by those around them. For the individual, these experiences can feel like a reassurance that they are not alone in their final moments. In addition to seeing loved ones, some individuals report seeing bright lights, tunnels, or other ethereal phenomena that seem to be beckoning them toward a new reality. These experiences are often described as beautiful, calming, and filled with a sense of unconditional love. The presence of light is commonly associated with spiritual transition and is seen as a signal that the person is moving toward a place of peace and serenity. Many people describe feeling drawn to this light, as if it represents safety or the next phase of their journey. Other changes in perception can be more subtle. Individuals may become more attuned to sounds that others cannot hear, such as faint whispers or music. These sounds can be soothing, and some report hearing their name being called, or the voices of loved ones comforting them even when they are physically absent. Others may notice a shift in the way time feels, as if it is no longer measured in minutes and hours, but in moments of heightened awareness. This shift can create an otherworldly sense of time, where the person feels detached from the normal rhythm of life, as if time itself has slowed down or ceased to exist altogether. This altered perception often extends to the person's sense of touch as well. Some individuals report feeling a sensation of weightlessness or floating, as though their body is becoming less substantial. They may describe feeling light, as if they are ready to leave the physical world behind. This feeling of detachment from the body can be accompanied by a sense of relief, as though they are being freed from the physical limitations of their existence. As the perception shifts, there can also be a heightened sense of awareness of the spiritual world. Some individuals experience vivid dreams or visions in which they feel they are in the presence of a higher power, receiving messages or guidance. These experiences are often filled with a sense of awe and wonder, and they can bring a sense of clarity about the afterlife. For many, these visions are deeply comforting, as they affirm the belief in life after death and provide a sense of peace in the face of the unknown. Loved ones who witness these changes in perception may feel both awe and concern. It can be difficult to understand what the individual is experiencing, especially when these perceptions cannot be shared or verified by others. However, it's important to remember that these experiences are a personal and deeply spiritual aspect of the dying process. For the individual, these perceptions are not hallucinations or delusions, but rather a sign that they are beginning to connect with a deeper, more spiritual reality. The overall effect of these changes in perception is often one of tranquility. As the person's awareness shifts from the physical world to the spiritual, they often experience a profound sense of calm. The visions and experiences they have can be deeply reassuring, creating an inner peace that allows them to embrace the idea of death with acceptance rather than fear. In the end, these changes in perception serve as a reminder that the journey from life to death is not just a physical process, but a deeply spiritual one, filled with moments of profound connection and understanding. Sign 4. Feeling of slipping away. As death approaches, many individuals describe the sensation of slipping away, a feeling of gradually detaching from their physical body and the world around them. This sensation is often described as a slow, almost imperceptible fading from the present moment, as though their awareness is slowly moving toward another realm. It's not a sudden shift, but rather a gradual release from the physical body, as if the soul is slowly loosening its grip on the material world. This feeling can be accompanied by a sense of lightness, where the person may feel as though they are floating or becoming weightless. The heaviness of the body and the burden of physical existence seem to diminish, and there is a profound sense of relief that often accompanies this sensation. The physical discomforts that may have plagued the person for months or years seem to fade away as they approach the final moments of life. For some, this sensation is described as a peaceful drift, as though they are gently moving away from the world without any force or resistance. The body no longer feels like a limiting factor, and the person may feel free from the pains or struggles that once defined their existence. It is as if the boundaries between the physical and spiritual worlds are beginning to blur, and they are quietly transitioning from one to the other. At the same time, the person may begin to withdraw from the world around them. They might become less responsive to external stimuli, like sounds, touches, or conversations, as though they are no longer fully present in the physical realm. Loved ones may notice that the person's attention seems distant, their gaze unfocused, as though they are staring into another space or time. This withdrawal is often a sign that the person is preparing to release their connection to the earthly world and move toward the next phase of existence. Some people also report a heightened sense of awareness of the moment. While they may feel as though they are slipping away from the physical world, they are acutely aware of the subtle sensations around them. The feeling of slipping away can be experienced with a clarity of mind and spirit, where the individual becomes aware of the transition, even if they cannot fully explain it. There is often a profound peace in this awareness, as though they have come to terms with their departure and are ready to embrace the next stage of existence. This process of slipping away can also involve a heightened sensitivity to spiritual experiences. The person may report seeing deceased loved ones, hearing voices or sounds, or feeling the presence of angels or divine beings. These experiences offer comfort and reassurance, further guiding the individual toward the final release. For loved ones, witnessing this gradual withdrawal can be both beautiful and heartbreaking. It is often a quiet, intimate moment where the individual seems at peace with what is happening, and the family members feel both a sense of loss and comfort. The person who is slipping away often seems to be in a state of quiet readiness, free from fear and embracing the inevitable with calm acceptance. In the final moments, the sensation of slipping away can bring a peaceful stillness. The body no longer feels burdensome, and the mind is free from worries and distractions. This final release allows the person to transition smoothly from this life to the next, with grace and acceptance. It is often described as a serene and gentle journey, one that is not rushed but allowed to unfold naturally. The person has let go of the world and is now ready to step into the next realm with ease. Sign 5. Sudden insights or regrets. As death approaches, many individuals experience sudden insights or profound realizations about their life, often accompanied by feelings of regret or unfulfilled desires. These insights can be deeply personal and reflective, offering clarity on past decisions, relationships, and the choices they made throughout their lives. It's as if the veil between life and death lifts, and the individual gains a new perspective on the meaning of their experiences and existence. These realizations may come suddenly, without warning, and can be either comforting or unsettling depending on the person's life journey. For some, these insights bring a sense of peace and understanding. They may reflect on the love they shared, the lessons they learned, and the moments that truly mattered. These thoughts often help them find closure and a sense of completion as they prepare to leave this world. The sudden clarity of mind allows them to accept the life they lived, recognizing that everything was part of a greater plan. In these moments, they might feel gratitude for the life they had, despite its challenges or imperfections. However, for others, these realizations can be bittersweet or filled with regret. They may suddenly become aware of unresolved issues, mistakes, or things left unsaid. This can bring feelings of sorrow, as they recognize relationships that were not repaired or dreams that were left unfulfilled. These feelings of regret can be overwhelming, and the person may wish they had done things differently, had more time, or had been able to make amends with loved ones. The emotional intensity of these insights can vary greatly from person to person. Some may experience profound relief, as they feel they have come to terms with their life choices and can move forward with peace. Others may feel sadness or guilt about missed opportunities or unresolved conflicts, but these emotions often serve as a final opportunity for reflection before passing. For loved ones, witnessing these moments of sudden insight can be both comforting and difficult. They may hear their loved one express these thoughts, and it can feel like a final conversation that brings understanding or closure. In some cases, the dying person may openly share their regrets or express their wishes, such as asking for forgiveness or expressing love to those they may have had strained relationships with. These moments can bring a sense of peace to both the individual and their family, as they open the door for reconciliation and emotional healing. While sudden insights or regrets can be emotionally challenging, they are often part of the process of coming to terms with life. They allow the person to process their experiences and make peace with their past, ensuring that when the final moment comes, they can leave with a clearer heart and mind. And that brings us to the end of today's discussion on the signs and experiences people often encounter as death approaches. Death is a reality we all face, but it's also a profound mystery that leaves us with so many questions. By understanding these signs, whether they are physical, emotional, or spiritual, we can approach this natural process with more awareness and acceptance. These moments remind us of the fragility of life, but also of its beauty and deeper meaning. The signs we've talked about today, be it the sudden calmness, the profound fatigue, or the spiritual experiences, are not just markers of an end, but perhaps hints of a transition into something greater. They give us a chance to reflect on our lives, mend relationships, and find peace with ourselves and others. For those of us supporting loved ones nearing the end of their journey, understanding these experiences can help us provide comfort and compassion during such a sacred time. It's important to remember that every individual's journey is unique, and the experiences we've discussed today may not happen to everyone in the same way. But they do offer insight into the universal truths that connect us all: life, death, and the moments in between. If this video resonated with you, or if you've experienced something similar with a loved one, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Sharing your stories and reflections can help us all learn and support each other in navigating this delicate subject. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of this important conversation. If you found this video meaningful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. It helps us reach more people who may be seeking answers or comfort on this topic. Let's continue to approach life and death with an open heart, curiosity, and a desire to understand the unknown. Take care of yourself and your loved ones, cherish the moments you have, and live each day with purpose. Until next time, stay safe and take care.